If your citizenship is unhappy, they wind up revolting. They don't wind up working for you. It's bad stuff. All right, this is One Last Midnight, and welcome back to the last game in 31 days of OP games. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This has been kind of fun. We played a lot of very interesting games. Some that I really, really like, and I think that I want to play again for sure. And others, not so much. I mean, even though they were highly popular and people love them, some of them I wasn't really into that much. But there was a lot of games in the 31 days of OP games that were very interesting. And so let's go to the flagship turn-based strategy game of all time, Sid Meier's Civilization. Now, the Civilization franchise has been around for a long time, and you know, you go all the way back, and Sid Meier's was doing his own thing, Fraxis was doing their thing. You know, they had Civilization out, they had Train Tycoon out, they had Alpha Centauri out. All these are like turn-based, except for the train management. These are turn-based strategy games, and so you know the series has been up and down. And 5 is really the quintessential one. 6 is out right now, and it's not highly rated. I mean, it's rated very positive. It's not overwhelmingly positive. And I think the reason why is because as the game is out there, they continue to keep adding on to the game. They keep adding on gameplay, and after a couple downloads, then after they put out a couple download packs, then they've got a really solid game. And I think that's what happened to 5 as well. I think if historically you go back and look at 5 was not overwhelmingly positive reviewed until they wound up coming out with Brave New World and Gods and Kings and all the other download packs that they have on there, which is the download content they have for this. They have 15 pieces of download content, which is pretty impressive. A bunch of different civilizations and a bunch of different changes, some major changes to the game. But the whole idea is this: you become a ruler of a world by establishing and leading a civilization from the dawn of man to the space age. And your job is to either wage war, conduct diplomacy, discover new technologies, go head to head with some of the history's greatest leaders, build your most powerful empire. And there's a bunch of different ways to win the game, right? You can win by diplomacy, you can win by religion, you can win by having a more culture, you can win by pure destruction, you can win by several different ways to win. And so I'm going to sneeze here in a second. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. But let's just go back to this game has 75,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's rated 90 on the Metacritic scale. It's won a ton of awards. It's if you're a strategy person, Sid Meier's Civilization is awesome. It's just hands down awesome. 3 was great, 5 was great. Or excuse me, 4 was great, 5 was great. I think 3 was not that great. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go ahead and it's randomly picked for me.
A wise and illustrious King Ashurbanipal of Assyria. Across the world, you are known as both a scholar and a warrior, and yet the legends represent merely a glimmer of your true ambition. Although your enemies cower to the thought of your ferocity in conquest, you are most proud of your intellectual pursuits. Your thirst for knowledge led to your establishment of the Royal Library at Nineveh, which came to represent one of the greatest collections of ancient texts and tablets found anywhere in the world, securing your legacy as one of Assyria's greatest kings. Wise and fearsome king, the time has come for you to return the kingdom of Assyria to its greatest heights. Will you once again strive to acquire the knowledge and histories of all the world's peoples? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
That will stand the test of time. Okay, so each civilization has its own plus and minuses. And probably what I should have done was, let's go back to the main menu. And we're not going to save this one. What I should have done was, I should have done set up the game. But before we do that, let me change the audio options and take down the music. We don't need to hear the music so much. Okay, let's go into setup options. So, setup types, you can wind up changing to continents. You can have Pangea, which is all one world. You can have an archipelago. You can have fractured. You can have an Earth-like. There's a couple other additional map types that you can have in there. Scattered continent, so on and so forth. The map size we're going to choose is small map size. The difficulty level, let's go ahead and choose a king level. And standard game time, actually, let's kind of default game pace, quick. Number of turns required to complete various tasks is compress. Good for players who don't like to wait around too much. Let's go ahead and do a quick game time. And continents, actually I like a Pangea better because we're all kind of there together. Random civilization? I don't know. Let's pick somebody. Let's pick somebody. See how you have all the plus and minuses? So each civilization has its bonuses and has some sort of religion that it winds up or could possibly wind up following or established. And it has its own special unit and its own special building. I think what we want to do is probably just, you know what? Let's just go back. Let's just choose a random leader and we'll start the game. We set up everything else. We'll just choose a random leader. So we have
blessings of heaven be upon you,
Babylonian.
Nebuchadnezzar, father of mighty and ancient Babylon. Young was the world when Sargon built Babylon some 5,000 years ago. Long did it grow and prosper, gaining its first empire in the 18th century BC under godlike Hammurabi, the giver of law. Although conquered by the Kassites and then by the Assyrians, Babylon endured, emerging phoenix-like from its ashes of destruction and regaining its independence despite its many enemies. Truly was Babylon the center of arts and learning in the ancient world. O Nebuchadnezzar, your empire endured but a short time after your death, falling to the mighty Persians and then to the Greeks, until the great city was destroyed by 141 BC. But is Babylon indeed gone forever, great Nebuchadnezzar? Your people look to you to bring the empire back to life once more. Will you accept the challenge? Will you build a civilization to stand the test of time?
Okay, what we get is Walls of Babylon, which are 43 cost. They're plus 6 defense. They've got plus additional 100% hit point, or 100 hit points. And the walls increase damage output of all the city's ranged attacks and increase the city's defenses. And we have the bowmen, which replaces the archers. And they withstand melee attacks, or melee attacks, however you want to pronounce that. Better than the other standard archers in the game. So we have our bowmen. Let's go ahead and begin our journey. You start off with one group of settlers, and you need to choose your land. I like to, let's see, let's put on.
This is a good place to found a city.
Let's put on.
Resources are plentiful here. Press your settlers found city button.
Okay, she's saying this is a good place to found a city. It's not bad. We've got some pretty decent food around. So as we grow, the food is going to grow. Thank you. They say...
Sending your warrior out to explore new territory.
Yep, they want us to explore. They want us to found a city. Actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to found the city here. This is not a bad place to found the city. So let's go ahead and found the city right here. And since we don't really have anybody right now unit-wise, we're gonna move this guy out. We only really have one unit that we can move around. Hopefully we'll come across some sort of ancient discovery and gives us a plus and minus. We need to choose production on the city since the city was established.
I have some information that may be of
Probably, you know, they're saying a monument, which is +2 culture. Monument's pretty good to get started with the first unit. Either that or you're going to choose a scout, but I'm going to go ahead and choose a monument. And our research. So the research tree is huge, and you can then turn around and research any way you want to research. So if you're interested in getting into railroad, you would follow this path. Ultimately, you typically wind up filling out your entire research tree, but you kind of want to go in a direction that is most beneficial to you. And in some of these researches, like let's say if I choose mining, I wind up unlocking some wonders in here somewhere. Pyramids is a wonder that I can wind up unlocking if I do masonry. And then we come into the Colosseum is... no, not a Colosseum. Terracotta Army is another one that we can wind up exploring as we start doing some of these researches. So, and I think I'm going to go with probably... I want archery up front. I want to be able to get my bowmen up and running because I want some long distance defense here. So let's go ahead and do archery. I can queue some of these up. We'll go ahead and do mining. Let's do archery, then mining. Oops.
Excuse me.
Then mining, then masonry. Let's go back to pottery. Animal husbandry, and the wheel is how I'll queue that up for this. Okay. I should probably turn off the tutorial. So then the next turn. So you're not really doing anything in the beginning stages except for trying to build up your city and your civilization. You have a bunch of other civilizations that you haven't met yet. You can't really see them right now because you haven't met them. And they're off doing their own things. Plus, there's the barbarians that are running around. That's a random computer-controlled... well, they're all computer. The other civilization are all computer-controlled unless you're playing against somebody. And... but the barbarians are against everybody, right? They have really no... they're not interested in trading with you. They're not interested in religion. They're not interested in anything except for destroying you. So in the beginning, it's kind of important to kind of have some defense against the barbarians. Since we're using our warriors as a scout, our city is going to be undefended. Let's go ahead and go into the next turn. These guys have completed their mission. We only told them to go 2 spaces. Tell them to go 2 spaces up here. We're just kind of uncovering the map right now as we're waiting for the monument to be done. And then we move into... Also, we're waiting for archery to be completed. And then we'll move into other items. We're just right now just exploring what resources are around our city before we even get into meeting anybody. We might meet somebody along the way. You never know. Somebody might pop in and say hi, because that's kind of typical. My city has grown. I've gained another citizen, so we've grown by 1. I keep forgetting that the movement keys are arrows on this one. Okay.
Ancient ruins hold secrets that may advance our civilization.
Right. So in this, we find ancient ruins, and we want to go after the ancient ruins the moment that we find them, because other civilizations can pick up the ancient ruins. Sometimes they have money, sometimes they have technology.
Our capital city has finished building a unit.
We often give our enemies the means of our own destruction.
I'm gonna turn that off for now. Hopefully that's off. Okay, those guys are gonna go. I need to choose a unit here. Temple of Artemides. So we can go with the Temple of Artemides. 25 turns. It's a wonder. I get plus 10 food growth in all cities. Plus 10, 15% production when building ranged units. So any kind of ranged unit, I will have increased productivity. I could create a worker, and that worker will then improve the land areas as my research goes. Like, I don't have farms or anything right now. I don't have mines right now. So there's very little that they can do right now. I think I'm going to go with the temple. We got 13 culture for that. I was hoping maybe we'd get a little bit of like research, but no such luck. So the city's going to be busy with this production for a long time. 25 turns. But in the meantime, we can accept a policy which kind of says what direction we want to take our people, right? We want to do tradition, which we wind up we'll grant more food, increase the rate of border expansion, liberty. For rapid expansion, probably want to do liberty. Honor for defense. Now this one is, I get 33% combat bonus versus barbarians when I pick this one up, which is kind of nice actually. And I can't pick these other ones until I've either performed some sort of research. I think right now what I really want to do, there is 15% production when creating wonders, 1% happiness for citizens over 10. I think I want to do honor. Just because if I come across the barbarians, I want to have that plus against the barbarians. Right now, our policies generate pretty quickly because we're very low for unlocking each one of these culturally. But later, it gets to take... It actually takes quite a while to unlock some of these, unless we have cultural buildings that are helping us unlock the policies faster. This game is very in-depth for those people who like strategy games. We discovered some barbarians. We also discovered another ruin. I want to make sure that these guys stop where they're going. I want them to focus on coming up here. And we'll say
One of your combat units is near an enemy unit.
Yep, I got it, bud. I got it. Don't worry about it. They're fortified as well, so a little bit harder to attack. But we have the plus against them. We have 63% against them. 30 plus 33, and I think maybe we got something else as well. Great, we got a unit. We advanced, actually, our unit. So we're tougher now, which is awesome. We're spearmen instead of our standard just little guys. I might want to think about wiping this barbarian out. On the next turn, let's go ahead and do that. Mining's about to be unlocked.
I have some information that may be of use.
Thanks, bud. Okay. Now, we're going to get a minor victory from this. They have a 40% bonus to their fortification right now, and we have 63% against barbarians. We're not going to do much damage. If I want to defeat these guys, I'm going to have to take these guys close to death. But I think it's important to get rid of them because they're going to start pumping out units. We actually did pretty well with them. We can wait the next turn, see what happens. We can come after them again. Mining just got completed. We opened up a new policy. The pyramid got unlocked. Let's look at the policy. I think I want to do... It's either going to be +1 production in every city, plus 5% production in cities where constructing buildings. Tile improvement. Construction rate increases by 20%. Worker appears near the capital. Settlers. I think I want to go with Liberty. Let's go with Liberty. This guy needs to have some sort of action. Oh, they just pumped out another unit, which might be really bad for me. Let's move off to the side here. Let's see what happens if these guys are going to come after me. Yep, they are. Do I get any kind of bonus for fortification on that unit? Probably not. Let's go ahead and heal the unit, actually. I mean, I could fortify, which would give me an additional plus against that unit. They're going to attack me. Let's fortify. They might both attack me. We'll see what happens. No, they decided not to attack me.
I have some information that may be of use.
I'm gonna attack these guys. Absolutely. Like I said, they're gonna continue to keep pumping out units. We took some damage, not a lot, but these guys are almost out, which is perfect. We still have 19 turns before we finish that particular wonder. So this is what we're doing right now. This is all we're doing right now. This guy got a promotion. Let's do 15% combat strength on rough terrain, which is what we're on right now. Let's fortify again and see what happens. Yeah, kind of figured they would run away, but they pumped out another unit. I told you, they're gonna... You don't get rid of this particular city, man, they're gonna pump out units left and right. We're kind of surrounded at the moment. We're definitely surrounded at the moment. There's the other civilizations that we haven't quite met yet. I think I want to take this guy on. It's kind of risky, but at least we wipe out the barbarian encampment. We get a little experience. We get some gold. We get some culture. And we might get wiped out. Because we're surrounded. I can try to retreat, or I can fortify against these guys. They get a bonus for flanking me, though. Let's move them over here. So I'm no longer flanked. These other guys are going to attack me, too. I might be wiped out. Alright, masonry. Oh.
That is on the verge of being destroyed.
Yes. Thank you. Wow. I can consume their promotion and heal them. Which would probably be the smartest thing to do, to be honest with you. Let's do it. Come back over here. Wipe these guys out. I don't know if these guys are going to run away or if they're going to come after me. Okay, they decided to camp right here. I'm going to take them out completely. Beautiful. Alright, I can adopt another policy. Let's see. 15% production when trading melee units. Or melee units. 15% combat strength for melee units, which have another unit adjacent to them. I actually want... I want the improvement, tile improvement. Because that way I'll get a free worker. And we're going to set the... Yes, we do.
Not improved any tiles.
I know. We're going to set this worker up on, I believe, can't we do automated worker? Yeah, we're going to automate this worker. This worker is just going to run around and improve the tiles that he needs to improve. And improving tiles will give us more either gold or food. Or if we have, like this tile has wine on it. If we improve it, we get additional 4 happiness. This one is what? Silver. We get additional 4 happiness. Happiness is important because if your citizenship is unhappy, they wind up revolting. They don't wind up working for you. It's bad stuff.
Cities can bombard.
Okay, I need to heal. But there's an enemy down here. Which means there's another barbarian encampment down here somewhere. I'm pretty sure of it. Now, the cities can attack. It'd be better if I had a ranged attack unit in there, but I don't right now. The barbarians can come in, but since there is no improvements, they're really not going to do anything. The only thing that I really need to worry about is my workers. That they don't get captured by the barbarians. So I have to keep an eye on the workers. I think the workers might stay.
Cities, like military
right, because the barbarians are close.
Attackers.
I got you, bud. Now, this other unit over here is healing, but we're going to bring him in. Let's bring him in over here. Just uncover some part of the map. I'll heal faster in my own territory, so... Like I said, there's nothing for them to destroy. So I'm not really worried about anything that these guys might destroy. Good, I got a ruin down here. That was actually a wise move. Go ahead and keep attacking these guys. The city's probably going to wipe them out. Oh! Ouch. You just sacrificed your guys, man. This is going to be a little bit rough. Let's get this ruin. 75 gold, that's decent. Hopefully this guy does not come after me and I can retreat back. There's the encampment right down here. Alright, I need to retreat back. I need to retreat and I need to heal.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth.
Let's put this guy on healing. Let's take a shot at these guys. I still have 8 more turns before I unlock the temple. To complete that production. It might be best, once these guys are healed, to come down here and take this on. As soon as this gets completed, I need to focus on... Thank you, workers. On getting some sort of ranged unit. Or 2. These guys are almost done. Take this one out. Got a lot of barbarian cities around me. Gonna adopt a new policy. Let's well, let's see what the policy here. Cities you found with increased culture. What about, yeah. Let's do +1 production. This policy will give me, what, the wonder? It also, there's something in here about... Thought there was something else in there, but there's not. They just destroyed my mine. Which is not nice. Wasn't done being built anyways, but that's alright.
Chukanchi, Nyukamikani Pachakutik, Inca Kunapagapak.
Greetings, strangers. I'm the ruler of the Incas. Is there any way that we can assist an inferior civilization? Please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, well, thanks, man. Appreciate that. So that was the first civilization we wound up meeting. He's going to come up on the map.
Wisdom and virtue are like the 2 wheels of a cart.
I think our research tree is now done. We'll wipe these guys out. Let's get our research going. Let's open up the technology tree. Trapping. Not so much. I think I would like to work on bronze. Oops. Let's work on bronze. Yeah, do bronze, then construction. Go back to trapping, horseback riding. I'm not really near any water, at least not that I've seen yet. We can go look at these again after. We'll let that finish, and then we'll go back to it. We'll put in mathematics as well. All right, there's a barbarian. Attack these guys. We're crossing a river, so that was actually a negative against me because we're crossing the river. Ouch. I don't want to go to this particular space because I'll be attacked by 2. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's have them come across the river. They're not going to come across the river. Game Hunter, Goblin Cat, what's going on, guys? Let's do a quick heal. We're almost done with this. There we go.
It is a dangerous world, and we are vulnerable to attack.
Temple of Archimedes. Archimedes. Which means I get a plus for my range, so I'm going to produce some ranged units. Maybe 3, I think will be good. that somebody else has built a wonder. Gold-wise, I have 320 gold. I probably could use it. But let's make our way over here. I want to get rid of this unit. And this city. Barbarian city. I'm going to get messed up.
With a spear 11 cubits.
Okay, bronze gives us a lot of stuff. Ability to chop down trees, make better weapons. I don't see any bronze anywhere. Copper appear? I don't know. I didn't see any. Ouch. I put myself right in the thick of things. He wants to trade gold for silver. 25 turns, he wants me to give him my silver resource for 7 gold. I'm not really interested in that. Now, declining some of their offers, man, I could really start getting ticked off.
You now have a ranged unit.
Yes, I do. Which means I'm going to move him right over here. Am I playing online? No. I'm playing... This is 31 days of OP games, which I'm playing for an hour each one of the 31 games. Just to give everybody kind of a taste of what the game is like. And then, actually, this is the last game of the 31 days. Letting people vote and seeing what they want to see as a full series. I'm going to create another bowman. Especially since it's only going to take 2 turns to do that. This is kind of risky. They have train modifier plus 25. They've got fortification bonus of 40. Oh, no. This is going to be hard to wear them down. And I have this other unit over here, which is probably going to come and attack me. How about we move this guy over here? Ouch. Both gonna come after me, probably. Nope. Okay. Are you gonna go in there? Ooh. I'm gonna put these guys on alert. It might be good to come after these guys. Let's put them on fortify. Let's actually move my...
Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you guys like the series, please put a like. If you have any comments, leave the comments in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that like button if you liked the video and subscribe to our channel so you can stay on top of all of our latest video releases. I release content almost every day. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.